Today is Monday the 29th, and the LEC Winter Group Stage just ended. Now we are heading into the playoff stage, and I am in the presence of Myrwn, the top laner of Mad Lions Koi. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing really fine. We won our game, even though I didn't play the best personally. But I think we played as a team and we played aggressive, which is in the end what wins you games. So I'm happy with the match.
Yeah, the match was very back and forth. Maybe not so great the early game for you guys, but you managed to pull it through. I think you guys had a pretty good team fighting comp as well, so you managed to pull back. Were you confident that you were gonna win the game the entire time, or was there a bit of, doubts in the team?
I mean, me personally, I never doubt that we can win the game. More when we have like champs like Blades, like they can always create good opportunities. But in general, even if we don't have that chance, enemy can always play bad and we abuse the mistake. So it can always happen. It's always like having good mindset about the game and keep thinking about the next play and what you can do.
So you are a rookie joining the LEC, and you just ended your very first split in fourth place, which is a big accomplishment for pretty much any rookies. Do you have any feelings towards that, or does it not really matter for you, or are you maybe just looking for playoffs?
I think we all are looking for playoffs. Like regular split is just like to get like the first contact of LEC, the first games, and getting used to a stage a bit more. So what we're all looking for is like the playoffs, improving every day, and also like we really want to play internationally. It's what I think helps us the most.
Also, a lot of people were underrating your team before the split. I mean, especially French fans, I guess. Does it feel good as well to prove the doubters wrong a bit?
Yeah. I mean, it's totally like French fans. I think everyone adapted in Europe, so it's good to show them that we are actually good and that we can do great things, and that this is only the start. I think we can play way better. And I think, like for example, Fresco was the person that was most criticized for our team, and he is probably one of the that's playing the best, and he's showing that he's really good and that he deserves this chance.
How do you feel towards Mad Lions Core current form? Do you think that the team is ready for playoffs, especially facing Fnatic, which is still a decent opponent, even if you did defeat them earlier this week?
I think we are not outer peak, of course. I think there is like a lot of things that we can improve, but we are really confident into our playoffs match. And it's always like hype to play into Fnatic, more like the personal battles, like playing to Oscar. He's like a friend of mine. He also Spanish, like there's some rivalry there. Also in the jungle, in the bot lane also. So I would say it's pretty good, and we are really like looking forward to it. So
So you are very well known for playing very atypical champions. I mean, this week you played Varus Top and also Fiddlesticks.
yeah,
Did you have to prepare a PowerPoint this time to convince your team, or do they trust you with those kind of picks?
I think they just trust me. Like the thing is, I already played them before in official. Like I already played Feeder in Iberian Cup in Spain and Varus in Superliga. So they kind of knew how it worked, and I also played in Scrims. Of course, it's not like I'm just going to first time a champ, after like some like 3 months, in LEC. But yeah, I mean they really believe in my picks.
Especially the Fiddlesticks, I think, was a very big surprise for most European fans. Could you tell us a bit about that pick, especially because I think a lot of people just don't know really how it works and what are the strengths, especially.
I mean, Fiddle Top is pretty underrated. Like it has more good matchups, not only like Rumble. It can be a good answer into Rumble because like for team fights, you annoy him a lot. Like the only thing he can do is like play with range. Like he will never overhit close to you. Like you will use perma-CC him, and you have good sustain to him. You can get control of the lane, and then you can be really annoying if you get like good flanks. They have to face check into you. You have the control of the zone, and more with Nocturne, which is the combo we played like Nocturne, Nico, Fiddle. It's like like the three together create a lot of chaos for enemy team if you play good, which I think we didn't into JNX, and that's the reason we lost, even though we were ahead. So
You are still a very young player going into the league. How are you feeling about your performances so far in the LEC? Are you happy with yourself? What would you say you are working towards right now?
I am not happy with my performance. Like I think they are fine, but I want to achieve more. I'm looking for way better performance and way better like individual level. So that's why I would say I'm not happy. But like I'm looking to improve in general. Like I think I had a lot of mistakes which didn't show in LVP, for example, and I'm working on them with Melhead, which is our head coach, and Jeff, which is our assistant, and everyone like in the staff.
You mentioned that you don't think that Madeleine and Scory is at their peak right now still, even if you are giving a pretty decent showing. What are your expectations for playoffs? Do you think that the team is going to be able to beat Fnatic? And if yes, do you think you have what it takes for G2 as well, which is most likely going to be your opponent in round 2?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can for sure beat Fnatic. I think the G2 game, we play versus them. I think we were really ahead, and like we did some mistakes that can be solved easily. So I'm really confident also like if we are going to face G2. So I think we can beat anyone in the playoffs.
Then hot take, are you guys, what placement are you expecting for the playoffs then? Is it a top 2 or even a top 1 or something?
I mean, we want top 1.
Very hungry to get it all pretty much. What would you be ready to sacrifice for some Zeri buffs?
Everything. My house, everything. I just want some 30 buffs so I can play her in top.
Yeah, she's been a bit in a bad spot recently.
And more for top.
What do you think actually they could change to make her a bit more viable without her being too broken?
And the thing is, the best 30 spot that she was, like for top lane at least, it was like with Trinity and more range in Q, so that's never going to happen. And if that happens, I mean, I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, probably the best things they can do is like range in Q for some matchups. But that's not going to happen, so maybe like just some early game buffs, like some base stats.
Just want to ask, how have Scrims been going for the team, by the way? Is the Scrims record like indicative of the results you've had in officials as well? Have you been having like a good time, I guess?
I think for us, Scrims don't really... I think we play better in official than in state. Than in Scrims. I think that's what we basically got like from these 3 weeks.
Can we expect any more fun picks in the playoffs, or have you shown pretty much everything? I mean, I remember you played Ari ADC, right, or top lane in Iberian Cup.
I mean, there's more stuff, of course. Let's see what the playoffs brings with this new patch. So I will for sure try to cook more things and make some good shows in the games.
Any last words for the fans?
Yeah, I would say support us in playoffs. We'll work hard to do a good showing, to show our good level and try to be on peak. To finally show our level, not like these shaky games. And yeah, support us. And I will maybe play some more Fiddle.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Myrwn. I hope you have a great time in the playoffs. And I can't wait to talk to you again.
You too. Bye-bye.